Present yourself, your name, and what you do in the band.
I'm Little John. I produce in Buraka.
You?
My name is Kalav. I sing in the group called Buraka.
Okay. So last time I saw you was at Sonar in June, and I've been seeing you like for the past 3 years in Sonar. And first time I saw you was like in a sound system, and then it was the band, and then it was a bigger stage. And this year you completely rocked the festival off on the big stage. What souvenir do you keep from Sonar?
Every year I go, I lose my sunglasses. I don't know why. Like 2 years in a row, I lost sunglasses there. That's what I keep.
And did you lose your T-shirt?
No, but it was a really nice show. We love Sonar, because Sonar is really like a unique festival in that part of Europe. I think even in Europe, really, they really kind of, take, advanced music to another level, and to go there is like playing in a audience or to an audience that really understand what is like forward-thinking music, and for us it's just great.
And so you released your first album, Black Diamonds, last year, and it basically presents a new sound which is called Kuduro, but it's mostly new for us Europeans, but it was actually born 15 years ago. Could you tell me where it was born and what it is?
I'm probably not the best guy to tell the story, but it was, I don't know, short version. So I think the whole thing started in the mid-90s, more or less, and it was basically kids from Luanda, capital of Angola, just trying to make dance music and just making beats for the clubs and everything. And they were trying to copy techno and house music at the same time and everything, but they could never do it in a way that sounded totally like house music, because they always had like this, like some sort of Angolan twist and from sampling Angolan music and everything. So like the first, so they just started making beats and everything, and people started to come up with dances for it. For those, like every beat had a specific dance to it, and then a little bit later, MCs started like kind of a hype man kind of thing, not really saying like verses, but just like encouraging people and just talking on top of the beats. And at that point, the whole wave of Kuduro that was being created in Angola reached Portugal as well. This was like 96, 97. So it was really big for a couple of months, for like 6 months. It was all over everywhere. It wasn't very interesting because it was super commercial, and it was kind of not like, you could tell that people weren't doing it for the right reasons. And so it kind of went away, and at least in Portugal no one talked about it for a while. And then like we kept to have like some interest, and we kept on buying some CDs, getting some songs and everything. And it got to a point where like a new wave of producers, a new wave of people started coming in, and like people started doing actual songs like in a hip-hop structure with verses, hooks, everything. And like producers started pushing the boundaries, making it more personal, more Angolan, and less like house, less like creating like a bigger gap between regular dance music and what they were doing, and creating really interesting thing. And it was at that point around like 2003 more or less that we kind of developed like a huge interest in it and started like researching everything and getting every sound, and so that's it.
Okay. And can we say that Kuduro is the Afro-European branch of the Baile Funk?
No, because it's still a Angolan thing. Like if you go to Luanda, it's their sound. Like I don't think Europe has a version of Baile Funk, because Baile Funk still Brazilian and Kuduro still Angolan. We have Buraka, and you can say like if Buraka sound is a version of all that, I think time will tell.
I think it's actually like kind of in a way sort of a computerized musical revolution from places that you are not used to hearing about.
I have the impression when I listen to your music that all your music takes its dimension live during your shows, and when I listened to your album I was quite surprised by the fact it was more a studio album. And was it a real will from you to do more studio album than do you see what I mean?
And yes, we also face the same question, and sometimes we think like we could, bring a little bit more of the live kind of humorous thing that we have in our concert into the album. But man, it was the first album, so we wanted to have kind of a piece that will remain in history. Like I know it sounds pretentious, but even if you listen now, like the mixtapes that we release, and you kind of have the two faces of the work. And I think also is interesting, like for someone who's following our music, if they have the chance to listen to the album and then listen to the Blood Diamond mixtape that we just released, kind of have the both worlds, like and then in between there is the live show. I think it's kind of the full spectrum.
Well, anyway, thank you very much. It was really a pleasure to have you. And
say something. The mixtape is free. All you got to do is go to our website, buraka.tv, and get it for free.
Buraka
TV with free. Buraka.tv. Get the mixtape for free.
Thank you so much. Have a good show tonight, and I will see you maybe next week as well. Yeah, see you.